Come on! Let's go! Let's go! Yes! 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 That is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. What an unbelievable game. The Phillies sweep the 4-game series against the Mets. Are you serious? What an outstanding game the Phillies just put together there. And it all started out with a pitcher's duel. Aaron Nola, Wheeler, these guys were going back and forth. No one could get going. Obviously, the game broke open late there, but it started out just a battle, a duel, and Aaron Nola went 7 innings and struck out 10. This was the Aaron Nola that we needed all season long. Keep building off this. Keep building off this. A couple good starts here for Aaron Nola. He needs to continue. He needs to really work with this, get confidence, get momentum, and continue to pitch like this, because this ball club can be very productive if we can get starts out of Aaron Nola like that. It was awesome. Of course, it might get somewhat overlooked based off of that emotion at the end of this ball game, but Aaron Nola, kudos to you. Fantastic day in the baby blue. He looked phenomenal, and he was excellent on the mound. In the bottom of the 6th, though, the scoring finally happened for the Phillies. 1 run. It was just 1 run. Bryce Harper with a bomb to center field to Ashburn Alley. He loves it over there. 438 feet. A missile, a bomb. It was flying out of the ballpark, and that gave us a 1-0 lead. We had a chance to tack on more runs in the 7th, and I felt in my stomach that if we didn't, it might come back to bite us, and it almost did. In the 7th, we had 2 on. Andrew Knapp actually has a fantastic bunt to move them over. It was men on 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. Brad Miller grounded out to the right side, but no one was able to score, and Scott Kingery struck out. So we left 2 on there with 1 out. We were not able to get anyone across the board, and I thought that would come back to bite us. I thought that would be a spot where we could tack on more runs for safety, for comfort, and we didn't. Enter Hector Neris in the 9th. This would have been, well, this was back-to-back nights going at it. So a lot of work for Hector Neris. And it showed. It showed. He struggled to even get the first out. He was battling with the strike zone. The command wasn't there. It was just not Hector Neris' day. He allowed a man on, and then with Todd Frazier up to bat, a bomb was hit, and they took the 2-1 lead. You can hear the emotion, the energy out of Citizens Bank Park get drained. He also allowed more hits to occur, so they had to pull Hector Neris, put in J.D. Hammer, and he had to try and save the day as much as he could. There was a dribbler to the right side there that scored a run. So we're down 3-1 in the bottom part of the 9th. Keep in mind, we just walked it off the night before. Maikel Franco hits a 2-run bomb off Diaz. And Diaz, listen, they get ripped apart for that bullpen because it's been abysmal all season long, and especially with this series, it was awful. I mean, there's no other way to describe it than awful bullpen play for the Mets. But Diaz is their guy. Diaz is their back-end guy that shuts the door, that has the stuff. And the Phillies took advantage of it today, took control of him. And Maikel Franco with that 2-run bomb was huge to tie the ball game. We get some base runners on there. Sean Rodriguez gets on. He gets the second. And Jean Segura puts it out of Citizens Bank Park to walk it off a 3-run bomb. Wow, just an emotional roller coaster, because when Hector Neris gives up the lead, you say, oh, bound to happen. He only has 1 blown save. He's working on his 3rd night in a row. It's bound to happen. But this team, the fight back and the reaction. Once again, I talked about it last night when Jay Bruce hit the walk-off. The emotion you see out of this ball club when they're celebrating and they're running the bases, and Jean Segura is so happy, and they all go pile on him as he's running around the bases waiting for him at home. As you see that, this team's fight, it's there. The culture is there. The team is not giving up. That's a fantastic tough W. It can't get overlooked how great of a win that was, how emotional of a win that was. When you go through that 7-game stretch, you respond with 4 straight victories coming from behind in all of them. Listen, you can take it for what it is. You can understand that the Mets are garbage, hot garbage, but we're fighting back. We're continuing to grow. And this game here, as much as you want to look at the bullpen of the Mets and say it's been bad, Diaz is the guy. Give the Phillies credit. Maikel Franco was unreal. And you can even hear the players talk about Franco. What this guy's been through was unique. And the way that he wasn't playing at all and he lost his mojo after he was the hottest 8th hitter in baseball to where he is now. I mean, it's unbelievable the adversity he's been fighting through. And here he is. Here he is being a difference maker throughout this Phillies run here through the 4-game win streak. Unbelievable. And another thing I want to point out, Jean Segura had an unreal play at shortstop in the 6th inning to somewhat save a run there. Just outstanding play on a ground out. A hot ball coming off the bat, and just an excellent play to get out of the inning. And what play was I going to mention next? Oh, Juan Nicasio. Juan Nicasio came in for the 8th inning. What an underrated performance Juan Nicasio has been on. This guy's been on a nice tear of good scoreless baseball, and I would have never expected that from what I saw early on with Juan Nicasio. He looks comfortable, he looks poised, he looks like he's in a good rhythm right now, and we're using him in big-time situations, whether you realize it or not. Juan Nicasio has been a difference maker for this bullpen, and he's been thrown into these hot moments, and he's been knocking it down. He's been doing very, very well. So I thought we had an off day tomorrow. For some reason, I thought we had an off day. We don't. We hop right into the Marlins series. And, hey, let's get revenge. Let's get revenge. We got swept here against the Marlins. Come on. Come on. Make a statement. Make a damn statement. There is life in this ball club, especially if we can make some noise against the Marlins. Win the series, and the narrative changes big time. The narrative changes big time. I believe I'm actually going to have a Phillies podcast up tomorrow morning, I believe. I believe my cousin is going to hop on and do a Phillies podcast so we can discuss, where this team is heading into this Marlins series. So be on the lookout for that. And quick note here, I actually have a wedding in Maine this weekend. So I'm leaving Saturday and I'll be back Monday. We'll be in touch on how the game recaps are going to go throughout the weekend there. But this game was special. It was unique. It gave me such an emotional rush. I mean, really, from being up 1-0 and having that weird gut feeling that, is it enough? Is it enough? Well, it actually started with that Bryce Harper dinger. Unbelievable. I'm sitting there on the couch. I'm like, I'm going to go reheat some pizza there, maybe put it in the oven and get it all toasty. Although I am a cold pizza guy, I'm thinking, maybe I'll put it in the oven and get it hot. Some leftovers from last night. I said, whoa, Bryce Harper's up. Let me just sit there, wait and see how he performs. And of course, after he hit the home run, I'm walking back to the fridge. It's like, okay, yeah, I knew that was going to happen as I put it in the oven. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was coming. But the one run made me feel a little uncomfortable. And knowing that we left 2 men on there in the 7th, it scared me. And then Hector Neris came in. But then I got juiced for Franco. Then I got even more juice for Jean Segura. I'm screaming. The dog's barking. Woo! What a victory. That makes me so happy. So happy. I'm loving the way this team is playing right now. Let's see if we can put it together against the Marlins. It's pretty unique to play a 4-game stretch against the Mets and not have to face their top dogs in the pitching rotation. But we did escape that, and then we made the most of our opportunities. Once again, my biggest takeaway right now is seeing how this team is responding. Watching them react with each other, hearing their post-game comments. There's fight, and the bamboo. How could I forget? How can I be this late into the video and discuss the bamboo? It's a real damn thing. This bamboo continues to go. This is unreal. The bamboo power is legit. It is a legitimate thing. It is keeping this team alive right now. They believe in the bamboo as they should. As they should. This is a difference maker. I'm all on board. All on board with the bamboo hype. It is a real damn thing. 4 games in a row. I know the Mets stink for the millionth time, but winning 4 games in a row and being down in all of them, that's not the easiest thing in the world to do. I know the Mets are a dumpster fire, but still, putting together 4 straight wins, very impressive, especially with how everything was going before. Build off this. Build off this. Whew. Whew. Man, did it feel good to put on this baby blue for this video. They look good in those unis, too. I'm all on board with these unis. Arguably one of the best in the league. I do like Pittsburgh's unis, though. The black and yellow, those are fire. But these are sick as well. I think the Phillies look fantastic when they run out of Citizens Bank Park out of the dugout in these bad boys. I think they look smooth. They look clean. So let me know your thoughts on this game from top to bottom. From the pitching duels to the Todd Frazier dinger off Hector Neris to the Bryce Harper bomb to the Maikel Franco 2-run shot to the Jean Segura walk-off to the atmosphere of this club to the bamboo. I want to hear it all. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.